Hello, we're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine mutual energy check. Thank you for joining us, and if you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow as well as helps me pick up on the energy. We're going to go ahead and get started with Oracle cards. We have Tree of Life for Masculine, learning those lessons, getting that wisdom from life, being enlightened. The Tree of Life has every life lesson possible on it. Every leaf represents a life. The light within it is the that glow. That light around it is the enlightenment. That's why it glows. That's why it has all of those leaves. They actually do not fall off of that tree. For mutual energy, we have hearts, reaching for their hearts, following their hearts. That's what she's doing. She's pointing in the air and walking towards it. Underneath the deck, just wanted to point that out. That's why I kind of paused the Phoenix Rising. Following their hearts, knowing what they're guided to do, knowing what they're guided and their heart is feeling. So that would be 7. So see, 16 breaks down to a 7. 7s represent divine guidance and understanding, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check that. I just want to be accurate. And show who with the Chariot card number being analytical, perceptive, and introspective. Variably have a driving desire for spiritual wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. They are problem solvers wanting to discover reasons for why whatever happens in life, following their intuition. Being guided for that. Alright, so we have Mirror. We have Mirror again coming for feminine. Feminine is mirroring masculine as... Sorry, let me clear these out because I can't see. Mirroring is just the effect of looking in the mirror, looking at who you are and reflecting that back out. Reflecting a need for change, reflecting a aspect out for masculine to view as well that needs to be changed. If we're wanting change, we have to be that change within ourselves to send that out to the universe to say, oh yeah, hey, I accept this. This is what I want, so I'm going to become that so I can get that, right? So, let's talk about it. Mirror is that, again, that change, that reflecting the need for change, that energy of, just sending out what you're putting out. Getting back what you put out, reflecting that back to masculine. Let's look up 8, because that's what the Tree of Life is, and I just want to be a little bit more precise on that. Authority, self-confidence, inner strength, inner wisdom, social status, ego, and at the same time, as to love for humanity and desire for peace. 8s are extremely professional, and so are very successful in business. Okay. Stable, grounded. So it is a part of that self-confidence. There's that clarity, getting truth, getting clarity, getting understanding. Ace of Swords. Didn't we just say that? Number 8 resonates with authority, self confidence, inner strength, inner wisdom, and social status. So, again, getting truth and clarity on their beliefs, their wisdom, their higher understanding, the things that they know, visiting the tree of life, getting that clarity, getting that wisdom through one prayer. Because let's just say the Hierophant would equate to religious practices and beliefs, right? Getting truth and clarity behind that. Getting truth and clarity behind what, let's just say we don't have a religion, we have just practices and beliefs and meditation, knowing that does the body good, does the mind good, does the heart good. We have clarity by consulting our inner selves, our higher selves, that Hierophant, that higher part of ourselves. Maybe praying, maybe meditating, maybe those type of things, to get clarity, to get understanding, to get to truth, the truth of a matter, right? Visiting that tree of life. Let's see here. Okay. And see, we have the Six of Swords, wanting to move on to calmer water. So the Six of Swords is to remove those coils around the heart, the venomous things that kept the heart restricted and bound, and have those knives going through it and moving away from that, shifting the energy. You have the Page of Wands, that's that getting to the bottom of the story, getting in the face of things. So it's still trying to shift those energies from negativity, move away from negativity, trying to move towards positivity, hopefulness, understanding. Again, journalist gets the story, gets the bottom line pitch of what's going on. So good job, masculine. I see you. Queen of Swords. I'm going to shift this up just a little bit so we can get some space here. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is visionary. She's creative. She's I don't want to call her a dreamer. She's imaginative in the thoughts and things that come out of her mind. The painter having the vision and then creates, right? And puts in the hard work. Okay. So see, looking at the fine details, banging out some things, prudence. This one is, looking at flaws and all. Thinking about what needs to be worked on. Again, getting truth and clarity through some type of spiritual religious practice, and moving on, shifting the energy, trying to get to the bottom of things and fine tune whatever it is. I feel like stand up and fight for what he believes in. Valor, protesting and making that effort to make a change. Because why do we protest? We protest to say, hey, something isn't right here. We need to work on something. Getting creative on what they're working on. Establishing boundaries. That's interesting. Yep. Establishing boundaries and being independent and stable and successful on its own. Wanting to reciprocate and give equally and fair and balanced. I feel like there's an energy of things not being so balanced, things not being so calm, in moving away from turbulence and just not really putting in the effort to work on something that does not feel reciprocal, or why is this coming out jumbled up? The words are coming jumbled up. I'm just getting a bunch of words and not actual sentences or statements. Hold on. So you got one, I'm getting being creative at work. So I'm just going to throw the words out, and then you can apply it how it applies, because it's not always clear. So getting creative at work, putting in the effort, standing one's ground, being strategic and creative on what he's working on, what he's putting the effort in, what he's fine tuning, setting up boundaries, and being independent and stable and successful on his own. Those boundaries are for freedoms, for success, for challenges that aren't necessary. I go back to the reasons why there are protests. Having enough energy and forethought to put up those boundaries and restrictions, so one can be single and independent and abundant on their own, all the while successful and equal give and take, wanting some type of reciprocity and balance in his life. So I guess that's some of the things that he is putting forth or putting out there energetically. So for feminine, I'm going to do this one more time. Sorry. Okay. So for feminine, we have the Chariot, followed by the Six of Cups. So moving forward to, those pleasurable memories, moving forward, just taking the direction of pleasure, and that card being what it is. It's just pleasure, reflecting that you would like to have some pleasure in your life and those fond memories, right? Wanting to move forward and move on from the past. Because Six of Cups represents the past, childish behaviors, immaturity. Again, move on from whatever that was, but also move forward to pleasure, to that passion, those sweet memories, making memories. All right, feminine. Okay, so she's mirroring the energy of fortitude, still pushing forward. We can still do this. I'm still willing to move forward. I'm still here willing to fight the good fight. So that may be what you're reflecting, and whether if you're in contact or not, that's what the energy is being exuded, right? Then we have the Princess of Wands. That is the risk taker, the fire eater, the daredevil. You're gonna dare to be different. You're gonna use that fortitude, energy to drive something forward, right? Nine of Wands, to take that risk. So that may be what you're reflecting out, feminine. Alright, feminine. What else? Okay, that's a lot. So we have the Princess of Swords, which is the activist. Again, ready to stand up and shout at the top of the world what you want, who you are, and why you're there. Standing up for what you believe in, same as the Seven of Wands, Valor. So this is more on the communication, like, hey, I'm here, I'm loud, I'm proud, listen to me. And then we have Four of Wands, completion, union, coming together, a stable, firm foundation. And then we have the Two of Swords. That's the peace. You don't want to fight. You're making the decision to put the swords down, to come out of that energy. But also we have it making a decision, having a decision to make, having the thoughts being crossed. Okay. And then we have here the strength. This is the decision to restrain oneself, to be strong, to be resilient, to have that energy to tame whatever got out of control. Because again, the lion here is not an actual lion, it's a statue. It's stagnant. Its mouth is open. It looks like it's gonna bite, but it's a statue. It's not moving anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's in control, right? Yep, holding oneself back to remain stagnant. So, and that's where what making the decision to restrict oneself and just continue to get a different perspective on things. So all the while you're wanting to move forward to those good places, those sweet places, or moving on from the past, still pushing forward, still want to take the risk, standing up for, wanting to shout out, why you're here, who you are, and what you're doing. But all the while you're trying to wrap things up, making the decision to hold yourself back still. For the Ten of Cups, for emotional fulfillment, family togetherness, total emotional fulfillment within oneself as well as with someone else. Yeah, making a judgment call to start a new cycle. Yeah. For your wish. Look at this. Ten of Cups. Yeah. Fulfillment. Judgment call. Yeah. Decisions being made. New cycle. Yeah. Getting things started again. Yep. Wishing, hoping, wish fulfillment, wish being granted. Watching, observing, looking out. What are we looking out for? Deception. Sneaking, plotting, planning, sabotage, things that ruin a situation typically, and wanting to heal things with your Emperor. Trying to manifest, but feeling weighed down, and then weighed down and wanting to take that leap of faith. Again, hold on, it gets greater. Towards the relationship, Two of Cups, and have a fresh start towards success. After conflict, wanting to make those romantic gestures and move swiftly, but weighing options. Now there's some happiness and abundance through all of that, but we gotta take our time. A lot of this is restrictive. A lot of this is being strong, being resilient, getting enlightened, hanging upside down, getting different viewpoints and perspectives to have a full understanding of what we're looking at, what we're reflecting out, and what's when we look in the mirror, let's just say we typically look at ourselves, look at the image that we're looking at in the mirror, what we're reflecting. Sometimes we don't like looking at ourselves. Why? The why behind that could be the answer as to what we're reflecting out. What are we reflecting out? What are we putting out? Why you don't like looking at yourself? Because have you been an ugly person? Not necessarily saying looks matter. Let's just say internally, have you been being an ugly person? Have you been putting negativity? Have you been gossiping and talking about people? Have you been having ill intent when you say certain things? That matters. That will change your reflection. So hearts, and then we have Prince of Disc and Sorrow. Being stable, being dependable through perceived heartbreak, pain, trying to stabilize and get on, a good start, solid footing, not the best, but always dependable and stable after some heartbreak, right? Choosing a direction, making sure which way you go. Not making sure, making a choice and direction to go. Where are you headed? And choosing the direction. If we say choice and direction, then we have to the unknown, to the unseen, the things that are underneath, the things that we are not sure of. Moon energy speaks to secrets, secrets being one revealed, but that will be more in the reverse, things that can be illuminated through the moon. If you just shine just even that little bit of light, you can see the shadows of it, of what's underneath, what's hidden. Choosing that direction of those deep underneath emotions, those feelings, which way to go. I feel like you guys are following your heart. Yep. Making a choice in love to open up. Choosing this connection. That's what I'm saying, following your heart. We have here the Lovers with the Queen of Cups. The Lovers is a choice in love, a strong magnetic connection, a tie, a bond, coiled energy. Look at the two candles in the back, intertwined and burning together. And then we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups speaks to intuition. It speaks to deep emotions, being emotional. The Queen of Cups is the one that'll listen to you and tell you, oh, poor baby. Opening up emotionally, giving that the love, the therapy that it needs. Because we say the therapist and we say Queen of Cups, so the Queen of Cups will be the therapist. The therapy is the heart, the emotions, the feelings behind it. Yep. Got the Queen of Dis, the mother, the matriarch, the mother, the head, the household, the one that prepares the meals, the one that does the practical part, showing up practically for growth, stability, getting protection, nurturing. Because the mother, the Queen of Dis is the pinnacles. It's of the earth. It's the practical matters that help us grow and learn and become stable. So we have healing, truce, putting the swords down, stopping the fight, recuperating, coming to a mental centered place. Because if we look at the traditional point of Four of Swords, typically rest, right? A guy laying down, a sword near hand, 4 swords above. I'm sorry, 3 swords above, which would be the 3 of Swords, resting, recuperating from heartbreak. Coming to that point, that centered point, balancing out, firm foundation mentally, becoming centered mentally through these, I'm going to say illusions and confusions, some different options emotionally. Again, choosing a direction through the unknown that goes back to that healing and making choices through illusions and whatnot, trying to take action to follow intuition, the High Priestess. See, we have to take those risks of what we're guided to do. So if we say, hey, at some point I see something, but I'm not quite sure, we have to push ourselves and follow our hearts, follow our intuition, and know exactly what we're trying to achieve. Our hearts will let us know. Our hearts are our central compass, and that's why we have healing. That's why we have that time out to become centered and more at peace and balance, because if we do not have a clear mind, our hearts kind of conflicts what we're trying to achieve or even thinking about achieving. So let's do some clarifiers. Make sure I didn't drop no more. Alright, masculine. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Yeah, clarity. One more for the Ace of Swords. Okay. So I feel like he's understanding what he wants. He wants reciprocity. He wants to remain single, stable, and abundant and independent on his own. Being reciprocal, giving equally, being fair, being generous. That's what's going on internally. Clarify the Hierophant. Yep. Getting that higher understanding, becoming illuminated. The sun shines the light, the brightest light on everything, making everything abundantly clear, making things abundantly visible. All right? It shines its light on everything. On this one, we have the solar system, all the planets, all the universe, everything. Getting understanding, that higher understanding about what makes him happy. Just being clear. Give me one more for the Hierophant. Yeah. What he's holding on tightly to as well. Being shown what he's holding on to. Because a lot of times we don't understand what we're holding on to until, one, we have to be chosen to have it ripped apart from us, or we just automatically lose it, right? Not necessarily ripped in a violent way, but let's just say we have the tendency as humans to hold on to things and not wanting things to change and having that firm, tight grip. But then if we even just release it a little bit, not having so much more control, and things tend to go a little bit more smoothly and a little bit more balanced. He's been shown what he's been holding too tightly on. Moving on to calmer waters. Peace, harmony, flow. Flow with the universe. Patience. That's what it's going through on the inside. Clarify the Prince of Wands. See? And they fell out just the same. Trying to get to the bottom. I think maybe trying to figure out why feminine is in this energy. Because again, this is the same cards. Exact same cards. And they fell out together. This is what he's feeling internally. So again, there's that mirroring, as that oracle card suggests. Restricting oneself and getting a different perspective, holding yourself back, looking at things differently. I would say the same goes how I explained it for feminine. That's exactly how it's going on the inside for masculine. So the changes are needing to come out to the surface. Again, a lot of times things happen internally before they happen externally. Queen of Swords. That's sideways. 6 of Swords. Okay, trying to get creative, trying to get to those sweet fond memories, wanting to repair, wanting to fix, wanting to build on the past, what happened in the past, wanting to collaborate, missing someone, wanting to put in some work and effort there, trying to figure out a way to do so, trying to get creative, wanting to paint a picture. See? Putting in the hard work, focusing on work outwardly as well. I'm getting that message. Just putting in some work, trying to get creative at work, something that he's working on. Internally, we have that pushing forward, the wounded warrior is trying to push forward to make a decision, being military minded, being disciplined, very disciplined and strategic here. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Okay, let's hold on. Seven of Wands. Setting boundaries, protesting, fighting for what he believes in, and internally we have the Empress and the Ace of Cups. There's growth, there's expansion, there's self-love, self-care internally going on with the Empress and the Ace of Cups, but it also could speak to thoughts of the feminine and wanting to offer this, having this new beginning in love. Maybe even just trying to stop or protest in feminine, having a new beginning in love with someone else. So we can look at that a couple of different ways or all the ways, but it still breaks down to, one, self-love, self-care, the Empress and the Ace of Cups. Two, an offer of a new beginning in love to the feminine. And three, if we incorporate that, setting boundaries with the Seven of Wands, trying to stop her from not he wouldn't like that very well. He may actually take some type of action to prohibit that if it is necessary. So Nine of Pentacles, being single, successful, independent, abundant, stable on your own. Internally, we have been feeling left out in the cold, having that lack mentality and wanting to move away from that. We typically try and avoid emotions and feelings that we no longer want to feel. Now, you can be successful on your own, but then you still have some type of lack. Typically, they say the Nine of Pentacles is single, abundant, and successful, and has everything going on except for love. So, again, if we have that lack mentality, feeling lack thereof, and wanting to move forward, take charge, take those reins and control where you're going. And that's fine. Feeling like outwardly he may have that energy of, that's self-sabotage. I feel like there's an energy of, he feels like there is a lack of direction and purpose for himself as well. I feel like that could be stemming from the mindset. The mindset could always come from that. That could be the ego, self-sabotage, trying to control that, getting that under wraps, feeling like there's a lack of control and some ego here. Five of Pentacles, Chariot, Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles is the lack. Chariot is the purpose, the forward movement and purpose. The Five of Swords is the mind game manipulation and self-sabotage and the ego, right? Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, success, equal give and take in a relationship and commitment. I feel like that's all he's looking for. That's what he wants. That's what he's learning his lesson on. He wants equal give and take. Masculine is trying to push forward and make strategic moves and decisions. We got King and Queen of Swords out. Hierophant twice for masculine. Nine of Pentacles twice for masculine. Giving a lot of thought. Giving a lot of understanding and meditation on. I feel like he's been consulting with his higher self on more than one occasion, surrounding his happiness and what he's been holding on tightly to. Also consulting, getting learning lessons about relationships and commitment, being bonded with somebody emotionally, committing emotionally to someone. It requires reciprocity. It requires perseverance and strength and different perspectives. We have to give equally in order to receive equally. Clarify the Chariot for feminine. Forward, Seven of Swords. Give me one more. Okay. Trying to move forward with direction and purpose, trying to put that energy out there, right? That's what we're reflecting. But inwardly, we got Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and Three of Swords. Somehow, internally, feminine still feels deceived and moving through illusions, which is going to cause heartbreak. I feel like a lot of this is tied to her thoughts, not necessarily what's going on, because we got the Seven of Swords being deceptive, sneaking, trying to get away with something. And then there's illusions. I feel like there are some things that she's not clear of, and she's still confused about something that caused this Three of Swords. Trying to move forward, trying to move beyond it, but still trying to understand and make choices through those. Clarify the Six of Cups. Give me Six of Cups, Two of Swords in reverse. Decision made, able to make a decision, seeing clearly now. Weighing options. Okay, so about balance. I feel like she's no longer blocked mentally and internally, because a lot of times she may appear that way, like, again, or even have made a decision, right? But with this, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, which is blocks being removed, and now we're weighing our options. What to do? Okay, fortitude. Moving forward, okay, so I saw it come out this way, but then how it came back was upright. So, fortitude, wounded warrior, moving through the pain, still standing strong, being resilient, right? And we got it clarified by the devil. The devil speaks to the intense draw, the obsession with this choice in love, the connection, still moving forward, having these overwhelming draws and pulls towards this connection, taking the risk to be successful. Give me one more. Towards success, being triumphant, being victorious, getting attention, recognition, and attracting what you want. Yes. Clarify the activist. Princess of Swords. Okay. Yeah, fighting for what you believe in. Making those slow, steady movements to put up the good fight. I feel like a lot of that is taking that action. It is moving forward, but fighting for whatever it is that she feels she needs to stand up and claim loud and proud. Same as for masculine. For union, completion, coming together, harmony, stability, firm foundation for a long-term successful Ten of Pentacles situation. That's what you're manifesting, that's what you're creating, that's what you're trying to do. Two of Swords. making a decision about the Emperor. And in the same spot, no doubt, Emperor and Empress, right? Making a decision, thinking about the Emperor. Give me one more. Still processing thoughts, cyclically, kind of stuck in your head mentally about it, going round and round in thought about the masculine, or even just trying to take control of your thoughts, circling your head. Again, feeling blocked, feeling in two minds, but internally you're just spinning thoughts around, trying to get control of that. See, having the strength, taking a leap of faith, and surrendering, giving up some of that strength, not allowing things that happened over and over again to happen again by taking that leap of faith, having a fresh start, having a new beginning, knowing that I'm not going to carry this with me. I'm going to jump. I'm going to move away from this. I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm going to be strong. Because we can go back to any situation, and if we do the same thing over and over again, that's what makes it the full and reverse reckless, because we haven't learned our lesson. So now we're going to go through this again. But when you do it in the upright, we learned our lesson. We have a fresh start, new beginning, and we surrender those negative things that laid us down, right? So for the Hangman. Okay, getting a different perspective. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords would be the fear, base, worry, anxiety. Bear with me. Alright, so a couple of things here. So internally we may be fearing karma and the truth. Receiving some type of justice, fear in what she may find out, what may have to balance out these scales in order for truth and clarity to come about. Because we still have Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, that's illusions and deception, things that are not clear, right? Things that we're not sure about, but fear of what we may find out, what we may get clarity on, right? Getting a different perspective. And there's another thing of fear of having to make a cut to balance out the scales, having to remove something, because the Ace of Swords shows up as truth and clarity, but it is also to make a cut, to slice something indefinitely, to cut something completely off, right? Feeling weighed down, burdened, and feeling like you need to stand your ground and be on guard. You guys are showing up as dependable and wanting to get a fresh start, stable, but internally we still have some burdens, some heavy thoughts, some protection, some blocks and guardedness. Three of Swords. Yeah, heartbreak. Outwardly, you guys are probably still dealing with some heartbreak, but still internally this is reflecting your Ten of Cups, your emotional fulfillment, wanting a new cycle with it. Two of Wands, Page of Wands, being optimistic, wanting to get started, having hope for a new beginning, a fresh start. That's what I just said. Moon, clarify the moon, sideways. things that are hidden underneath, following intuition, deep hidden emotions. And we say have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands identify fresh starts, new beginnings, hope for something to get created, get sparked, get started. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve, dropping that emotional baggage. Yeah, after getting away, making a judgment call to nurture this relationship, this connection, clarifying the Lover's card, the judgment call, in the Queen of Pentacles. We already addressed the Queen of Pentacles here, saying we want to nurture it, grow it, and hope it becomes more flourishing, abundant. Clarify the Queen of Cups. We got the stars kind of sideways, wish granted, wish fulfillment, healing. Queen of Cups here, same thing. By opening up, wanting to grant your wish by opening up to receive love. That's what you both are doing. You both are healing your hearts. You both are opening up to feelings and emotions. Yeah, I feel like there was some burden. We are walking away from things that no longer serve, dropping emotional baggages. That heartbreak, it doesn't even matter. The Three of Swords, we don't care about that. What's going on the inside, as you see, it's the Ten of Cups, and you want to get things started. Queen of this. Yep. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. You want to get things started. You guys, we're still both in the energy of waiting for things to mature, ripen, so we can enjoy the sweet fruits of our labor. We want to communicate that. We want to send that energy. We want to nurture it. We want to send those messages back and forth. That's back and forth, an exchange of energy. Eight of Wands. Four of Swords. Yeah, healing. Moving on to calmer water. Seven of Cups. What's the Seven of Cups? Okay, watching, being observant, collecting more information. There's choices, there's options, there's illusions, things that we're not quite sure about. That's why we collect and gather information. We just do what we need to do, watching for a turn of events so things can shift around. We don't have to sit there and do nothing. We can take action, again, once we get more information. So that's the advice. Oh, goodness. All right, Romance Angels. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And that flew all the way over. Healing family issues, your love life. Have benefits as you forgive your parents. Let me get this other one. And free yourself. There you go. And I think a lot of that's coming from that independence, the Nine of Pentacles coming out here, and this Seven of Wands. Free yourself, masculine. I feel like whatever he's been, following in religion, beliefs, tradition, structures, or whatever, he's been shown what he's been holding on to, what he's been committed to in thought or belief, right? So that will go to some of that healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Maybe actually looking at some things from the past. We're here building on the past, getting creative. Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Like, putting in the effort, building, working towards those memories of the past, trying to build on top of that, because a lot of that is just restrictions, things that have been holding him back, things that he didn't know was holding him back, that he had to consult his higher self from, getting a lesson in life. But again, nonetheless, healing family issues. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like a lot of that is this Nine of Pentacles energy, just being independent, stable on his own, restricting himself, holding himself back. Strength and Hangman, as well as the Four of Pentacles. But then we have the Free Ourselves, that goes back to the reciprocity, the equal give and take, and the Nine of Pentacles again. We have to balance what we were taught, what we were programmed, what we were given and spoon fed and threatened, dare not to challenge as a child, to assert our own independence and fight what we need, fight what we believe in, fight for what we believe in. That's why we have the Nine of Wands, King of Swords, persevering and being strategic and clear thinking. All right. So we got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And then we got flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. That's exactly what's going on. You're following your heart. You're trying to heal the situation, and you're opening up to your emotions. Queen of Cups, she's intuitive. She follows her heart. She understands. Queen of Pentacles nurtures. And we already established what the rest of this is, so let's move on. Feminine. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, as in taking that risk, being successful, getting attention, and attracting what you want, your desires in. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. I do feel some of that may be coming from feminine, just not quite sure of herself, because we do have the deception, the illusion, and the heartbreak. And also having this obsessive desire for this relationship. Outwardly, she may be like, I'm her, I'm still going to keep pushing forward. But inwardly, she's like, oh my God, I'm stuck to this connection. It's the duality of this, the stuck and bound of the devil, and the draw and the pull of the lovers. Calling in your soulmate. Chemistry at the bottom of the deck. Let's get some Kipper. You definitely want to take that risk. Outwardly, you just, restricting yourself. You may be scared of, getting things balanced out, and maybe fearful of the truth. Retreat. There may be a concern. It's time to disconnect from the world. Again, that's probably why he's praying and consulting with his higher self, as well as higher ups. We don't like to make moves if it's going to shift the ground that we're walking on. So I understand the concern. Healing family issues, got courtship, and that may be with feminine, as we discussed here with the Ace of Cups and the Empress. Free yourself. Hold on, let's try that. Okay, you want to come out? We're going to come out. Unexpected income for yourself. So I feel like he shall be released from whatever is weighing him down, tying him down, restricting him, keeping him stuck, keeping him in a lack mentality, all that good stuff, right? Getting to know each other. Privileged lady. It doesn't have to be a lady, but let's just say this is a privilege to, oh goodness, flirt. You guys are flirting with the idea of marriage, because you see marriage with each other. You do see the connection, trying to extend your lighthearted energy, trying to build towards marriage. 12 equating to a 3. Marriage equating to a 3. And then we got 33 over here. Just want to throw that out there. Alright, calling in your soulmate. Love yourself first. And deception. Message of concern. As I said. Okay, calling in your soulmate, child. Your prayers, affirmation, visualization help bring you together, child. It may be through a child, with a child, because of a child, for a child, or it could be just immature energy, just trying to have that wide-eyed dream of bringing them in, right? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Mature woman. Be mature about the situation. That came out the other day as well for feminine. So just kind of make sure that we are not being too naive in what we are trying to accomplish or the attention that we are seeking or what we are manifesting. Deception. Someone's wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Again, that could be a message of concern, which may need to change, feminine. And we can look at that for either how you're appearing, wanting to kind of hold yourself back, but really having this devil lover's energy going on with inside. Or you may just have a concern that, whatever the approach may be is deception. And then we got house, feeling like home to each other. Let's get some final cards. Alright. Mask on. I'm going to just pull 3. We got love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. Got separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Yeah. Date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. We have healing family issues and courtship, so I'm getting a lot of that. Maybe with the feminine. Mutual energy, please. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparation for union. Yep. Flirt and marriage. Yep. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past, making memories. As I said, opening up. Nurturing, expanding, growing, waiting for return on investment, sending messages back. That's how you make new memories. You open up and you get new cycles started. Karmic relationship. Fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. So again, a lot of these are lessons being learned and judgments being made. And feminine. The butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, as I said. Healing the inner child growth. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. I feel like we're working on it. We're trying to rebuild. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So I feel like that may be on its way in for feminine. Underneath the deck, healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. I mean, that's double confirmation of self-love and love yourself first. Be a mature woman. Masculine, we're still on a good step. We're learning those life lessons. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye. See you guys tomorrow.